We are live. Are we? Are we live? Are we live? I think we're live. I think we're live. I think we are live. Okay, we are live. And hello everyone. Welcome to the next part of the tutorial. Yes, yeah, yes, yeah. Okay, so today, right now it's the 4th chapter. Yes, yeah. Well, I'm going to explain how to do the rigging of the head, the XY direction of the head. Okay, let me just post on Twitter the links and all. So everybody, if you want more, okay, I'm an animated artist, VTuber. I do live tour, animation, art, and a bit of gaming. And today I am gonna be sharing with you how to do the XY axis. Yes, X side to side, Y up and down. For the head, please note that this does not include the hair. Yeah. And yeah. Happening now. Okay, so let me just drop a message on Twitter. Yeah. Alright, so if you're here earlier on, you have seen me doing like the commissions, and then hashtag Live2D work in progress, and then hashtag Vtuber, hashtag Vtuber uprising. Okay, so basically I'm done. Alright, with this. Yay! Alright, so right now, for this one, the XY movement. And for what you see earlier on, I've done the eyes. Okay, just to do a quick recap, I've done the eyes, I've done the mouth. Okay, pop round, everything all set up. Yes, yeah. Short eyes and set eyes. Yes, yeah. Hey, so with all this all set up now, the next thing that's left for me to do is actually start moving into the next step, which is the XY of the head now. Hey, so once again, let me just go through a bit here. Hey, so for the XY of the head, I've got the ears, I've got the back hair, I've got the front hair. You see it? And what I'm going to do right now is I'm not going to be touching the back hair, front hair, and the ears. I might or might not touch it today. So just going to set everything to 0, and the only thing we're going to be moving today is going to be the main head. Alright, so the main head itself is usually the hardest part of the rig. This is hands down, I would say that this is one of the hardest part of the rigs here. And it can be pretty tricky. Even I myself do find it, like, you know, sometimes it can be very tricky. And this is very heavily dependent on the art style that is given to you here. Also, let's face it, every artist draws differently, so the XY will move a bit differently now. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, I forgot one step. Okay, alright, so I forgot one step for the expressions. Yes. So remember I mentioned about the mouth changing color, right. I remember I mentioned that, yeah. Hey, so we have the upper mouth 1, upper mouth 2. Okay, I'm gonna save this again. Lex04 mouth. Okay. Alright, so what I'm gonna do right now is upper mouth 1 and upper mouth 2. I'll swap the positions. Yes, yeah. 2 and 1 and rename them. Okay. Alright, so once I've renamed the mouths here, I'm gonna save the mouth version here. Alright, and let's open another copy of Lexverse. Yes, yeah. Over here, okay, so there's 12. I'm gonna open. Alright. And then I'm gonna save 13 and I'm gonna reopen 12. Okay, I know this is like super complicated what I'm doing here. And hello Willow Heart. Yes. One thing I forgot just now here was the mouth, the changing of the mouth color here. Yeah. So now I'm basically just going through how I do it here. So I saved the file 13, open my previous save 12, okay. And in the Photoshop I have actually swapped the naming from 1 to 2, 2 to 1, and then I saved it as 04 mouth. Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do right now, yeah, is I'm going to drag this in to number 12. This is a temporary file. Remember, this is a temporary file, yeah. And I'll replace the layers. So once the layers are successfully replaced, okay, this should turn brown. Okay. Is it brown yet? Did I replace the correct file here? Did I save the file yet? I'm pretty sure I saved the file, right? Mouth one is brown. Black is mouth. Okay. So, yeah. Yep. Okay. Alright, so this should be the different colored mouth. Right. So, yeah. Okay, so this is the mouth one. Okay, so now the layers have been replaced. Will it replace probably? Yes, yeah. Okay. I'll just take this mouth one and drag it in here onto Lexverse. Okay, I'll copy basically this one, yeah. Okay, this one setting. Okay, and move it over. Yes, yeah. And I'm gonna paste this here. Alright, and then so we have the new 1 and the 2. Okay, yeah. One is upper mouth 2, one is upper mouth 1. The ID is different, yeah. So number 2 will be, I'll set to brown. Okay. Open, I mean, this is gonna be the open version. Okay. And then I'm just gonna put, you know, put some parameter open. Close. Okay, and then I can select this too. Set it in the open close here. Just the deformer. Okay. And then once again, at open, this would be at 0%. And at close, this would be 100%, and this would be 0%. Yeah. Alright, so this allows me to swap the textures in between. Yeah. So that's what it is now. Yeah. So when I tell you now, you're safe, it will say yes. It will say yes now. So right now I'm done with the temporary file. I'm not gonna save the temporary file, but I'm done. Yes now. Okay. Alright, so now that I'm done with this one, the next thing I'm gonna be doing is I've already done this one, set it up. Yes, yeah. Hey, just now I just saw something I wanna like fix a bit, yeah. The mouth? Okay. In between here, was it? Yeah, this one. Okay, just move it up a bit. Alright, yeah, I didn't move the lips for this one, yeah, so yeah, just some quick edits. Okay. Alright, done. Nothing else to change here. Alright, so yep, you can actually use this method like replace files and layers, yeah. It's actually pretty useful, especially when you're like doing color changes or and now yeah, like you're replacing colors or replacing outfits. This can be a very useful technique, yeah. Okay. Alright, so now that this thing is all set up, let's work on the XY properly. Yes, yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is the shadow. I'm going to turn it off. Okay. I'll explain why I turn off the shadow in a moment, yeah. Okay. And let's go. Alright. So under main head, XY, I'm going to put on the X. Okay. Basic movement X. Alright, so angle X is for the head. Body X is for the body. So just take note of that, yeah. And personally, I prefer to do the X first. I know some people prefer to do the Y. So for me, I prefer X because X, I find it's easier for me to use the layers to support one another later on, yeah. Okay, so right now, yes, I know it looks like some alien warp shape and all. It's perfectly fine. Yes, yeah. You can like put further and you know, this is fine. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So what I would like to do for the first one here is I love to achieve the you know, overall shape. Alright, like it doesn't have to be accurate. Alright. They just have to have that, you know, the feel of the movement, and we are done here. Okay. And of course you're not gonna submit this to the client here. Oh, this is definitely not what you're gonna, like, you know, render out. This is, you're asking to be questioned what's going on here. Okay, so once this is done, okay, you got the overall shape in. Yes, yeah. Let's make sure the shape is the overall angle is there. You don't have to bother too much about the shape accuracy. You don't have to bother about the face stretching out, because we'll settle that next. Yeah. Alright, so remember we have this thing called facials. I put everything like the eyes, mouth, eyebrows on the facials. Yeah. Alright, so this time you're gonna use the facial deformer, okay, as your solution to all the weird angles, and then just move it in. Okay, so fix all the angles in the facial settings. Yes, yeah. Once again, make sure the face is a general shape. You don't have to make sure the mouth is in position, or just the, you know, general shape is there. It looks about right, but it's not exactly there. Okay, that sounds like a disaster, yeah, but yeah. And just make sure the shape is more or less there. Okay. Simple, right? Alright, so once the shape is more or less done, yeah, the next thing you need to take note of, alright, is the head shape. Right, yeah? So for the head shape, we've got the head base, head color, head line on here. So I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to CV. Once again, don't worry about the things inside here, because things like the shade will go out of position naturally. If it don't go out of position, that means you did it wrongly to begin with. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so it's better to do the XY head. Yeah, let's do the head first, then the body. Yeah. And the head will, okay, the head is like a compass for your body, if that makes sense. Yeah. So once the head is done, you roughly know how much movement you need for the body. Yeah. But you can have a better gauge on all. Yeah. Right, so over here, I'm going to change the settings to 8. Okay. 8 Bezier divisions. So this gives me more handles to work with. So I can actually, right now, you know, change the shape of the head. If you're like wondering how people do those, you know, like 360, almost 180 turn, 90 degrees turn, yeah, it's to do with basically changing shape and then changing eye separately. Yeah. But do take note, doing a 90 degrees turn is actually not easy, not because of the head shape. A lot of people have demoed the head shape. Oh, I can move the head shape here, but what I'm usually more concerned of, or what I'm interested in seeing here, is when people actually can turn the hair. Right, one good example is Kason. You see, Kason's model is one of the best examples of the hair is so well done, okay, that the hair turns with the 9 degrees here. Most people can turn the head but can't turn the hair, but that's also to do with a lot of you know, well split artwork here. That's very important, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright, now. A bit similar to, like, you know, when you do drawing, you have to draw the head first and then you draw where the body is most of the time, yeah. I mean, there are exceptions, okay, yeah. There are definitely exceptions, yeah, but I'll say stick to the general rule of thumb unless you have a, you know what you're doing and you know why you're doing it, yeah. Like, for example, if you're doing something like maybe a monster, or if you're doing like a transformation, yeah, yes, there is a chance you might have to do the body first, then the head, yeah. Because the body will be tied to the head and not the other way around, yeah. So most models, the head is tied to the body, not the body is tied to the head. Alright, so now you have a very nice X movement. And this is not even done, okay, because I've only gotten the head base in right now. the next thing you need to start fixing is the eyes, the blush, the mouth, the nose. Okay, now. So let's get all of this set up. Alright, once again, as you can see, I love to put them into multiple parameters. Yes, yeah. Multiple deformers. Yes, yeah. Alright, so normally what I call this thing, I call it parenting. Yes, yeah. So if you have done like digital art, you've done like especially 3D, alright, there's this thing called parenting where, you know, the child moves with the parent and the parent moves with the child, like the bigger group moves with the smaller group, that kind of thing, yeah. So I find that parenting at this stage is very important. With poor parenting, yeah, you will have very poor management of the layers. Yes, yeah. So the way you see me do may seem very simple, but this comes from a lot of proper parenting. Without the proper parenting, yeah, you will pretty much be stuck most of the time, yeah. Like things don't move properly and all. Okay, so a good example of where the parenting starts to shine right now is I'm gonna show it right here, which is gonna be a nose. I'm gonna move the nose out of the face first, yeah. Okay. Alright, inside the nose, I have a layer called shine. Okay. So let me set up shine. Alright, so the shine layer is this, you know, this colored thing. I know it's very small. It's probably more significant when you're doing it on like a model with a bigger nose. Okay, that sounds weird, yeah, but in a model with a bigger nose, you have a better control of that, yeah. Yeah. You can see the effects better. So X this way nothing, but the reverse side, this side, I want the nose to actually squeeze in. The shine to actually squeeze in. So it kind of like shows that, you know, the nose angle is flattening here. I know there's a very small detail here, yeah, but it's gonna be very huge on a big nose here. Like you can see a difference here. Alright, so now I'm gonna put the nose back in to the facials. I set the X for the nose, blush, and eyes. Yes, yeah. Oh, one step I didn't explain yet is, do you realize I keep on taking the layers out? Yes, yeah. So the reason for taking the layers out here is because when you actually take the layers out, hey, let me just show you why when I don't take the layers out here. I think it's a better example. Okay, so for example, right now, under facial, I just add X2 for sample. Okay, yeah. Very often, after you do this, okay, you bend this. I want the face to go like this, alright, yeah. And then when I reflect motion to the other side, yeah, what happens is it complete. Can you see it doesn't actually bend accordingly, yeah? It bends into a very weird shape. I have no idea why this happens here. However, you take this out and you reflect the motion. Okay, and you put it back in. I know this is like in, out, in, out, in, out. I understand, yeah. Okay. It actually follows properly, yeah. Don't ask me why. Until today, I don't understand why Live2D has not fixed this problem, yeah. But I wish they'd fix this problem instead of like adding in more functions sometimes, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I wish they fix this problem instead of like, you know, adding in more and more functions, yeah, when the very basic reflect just doesn't work. I hope the next that they do fix it, yeah, but this is one of my complaints, like, you know, why are you not fixing the car problem? Why are you fixing everything else but the adding new functions rather than fixing the car problem? I don't understand, but whatever, yeah. Okay. Alright, so this has been a problem since 5 ever, and I'm just wondering when you fix it. Okay. Alright, so one tip I always give is when it comes to the mouth, alright, always open the mouth, okay, to actually gauge the mouth shape. Don't use a closed mouth to gauge the mouth shape, yeah. Because the shape of a closed mouth just doesn't give you a good idea of how your mouth is gonna look like, you know, when you're gonna like go X and Y, you see? For the blush, similar do turn on the maximum blush so that you can see it more clearly. Blush. Basically, long story short, just turn things on so that you can see things properly. Yeah. Alright, and then just move things around. There you go. Okay. Alright, so once this part is done, once again, I'll just do all the all the X mirroring later on. Yeah, no worries. Okay. Let's settle the nose first. Okay. Alright, so for the nose, I like to push it to the edge, and I try to, like, you know, line the nose with the eyes. Like, it needs to form this very interesting curve here. Okay, yeah. So you should try to line up with the eyes here and just bend it a bit. Because what I always say is that the nose is like the compass of the face here. So by setting up the nose properly here, your entire model look a lot better. Alright, if your nose is in a mess, or if your nose doesn't move enough, the sort of stuff here, then it just doesn't work out here. So awkward movements, as much as it may look small, is usually caused by the nose here. The nose is the #1 cause of awkward movements, and people don't realize it sometimes. Yes, yeah, so let's make sure the curve here is still there. Okay, there you go. Alright, yeah, so now with this part all done, I'm gonna take all of these layers and drag them out. Because Live2D has not fixed this problem. Okay, and then reflect motion. So it's all working properly, and then I'll pull it back in. So eyes to eyes, blush to blush, mouth to mouth. Okay, that sounded wrong here, and nose to nose here. Okay, and now the entire X is done. Do double check because sometimes things do look awkward and do mess up here. So just double check that everything is looking good. Alright, next thing I'm gonna be adding here is inside head base. That's changed a lot now. I'm gonna add OC. So in the OC, basically I'm just gonna add mouth open close to the head base, and I'm just gonna drag this down a bit. I know it's not much, but you can see the difference. This is similar to the idea of how I do the eyebrows. You want everything, the face is connected, the face is not alone here. So always make sure that, you know, everything around the face moves along. You see. So there are some of the small details I'll add at this stage here. Okay. So open close. Yes. Alright, now that we have done the open and closing of this portion, let's carry on first. I'll go back to the mouth and the meowment. Yes, yeah. Okay. Alright, so now this one is done. Let's do the Y. Alright, so for the Y, it's usually when things go wrong. Please remember to save just in case you revert your work now. That's just my advice. Always save your work now. I sometimes save twice, just in case one file gets corrupted. Which does happen. Okay. Alright, so moving up once again, under the main head, I would say, just make sure the overall, you know, shape and feel is there. You don't have to make sure that it's like the best thing ever yet. Okay, because at this stage you're just making sure things work first. Okay, don't really like this. Just make sure everything works. You don't have to make sure that everything's like perfect or anything like that. Yeah, just make sure it's overall. You get the feel of it. Okay, yeah, like you can feel the head is going up, but the face is not moving properly. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Perfectly fine. Yeah. Especially for, let's say, a chibi model, don't expect the head to move too high or too low. Yeah, because the body is very short. It cannot compensate properly. Yeah. Left and right is still fine, but up and down, remember that chibi models may not be able to handle that much, yeah? Okay. Alright, and let me just see. Okay, do I have the overall feel? Yes, so long you have the overall feel of, yes, it's looking up, it's looking down. Okay, yeah. Let's go down. Okay. Alright, so up and down, especially chibi model, you don't have, like, once again say, you don't have to make sure it's like, you know, super crazy level of movement here because... Oh, okay, think of it this way, yeah. Alright, if you have Nandroids with you, everybody's turning left and right, there's a lot of movement here. But compared to normal Figma or normal model here, will look up and down, okay? Actually, you know what? I don't really want to do this. Is my thing even on? No, it's not. Okay, my webcam has some issues today. Okay. Anyways, occasionally, yes, it's a hardware issue here. Alright, so when thinking about Nandroids, they cannot really look up and down, alright? But they can look left and right. So think of it the same way when you're doing chibis here. So left and right is there, but up and down is more limited. Also remember that, yeah? Okay. And then now that this is here, I'm going to do the in-betweens first. Okay. Alright, so to do the in-betweens, everybody has very different methods of doing it. Some people use the... I'll just show you some of the methods here. So, some people use the synthesized corner method. So it gives you an in-between. You see here? Okay. Actually, for this one, the synthesized corner works pretty good. Okay. But in the synthesized corner, you realize that the head basically moves in a square shape. Yes, yeah. Which is actually majority of the rigs that is out there. Not wrong, okay? Not wrong, right now. But just a personal thought, just my personal preference here. I prefer to do this method where I squish the head this way. Okay. It's not that which is better, which is not, yeah. HoloLive definitely just does the square head method, yeah. Okay. Alright, but for me, I personally prefer to use this method where, alright, it looks like head is nodding. Can you see the head is like nodding here? And go straight here. So that's actually more of a circular look to things here. Yeah. Like I said, there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just a preference of style. Which is why sometimes I say that, you know, looking at just the rigging, I can sometimes guess which rigger does it, yeah. Especially the more popular riggers, yeah. I can sometimes guess who did the rigging, yeah. So they just from the rigging, yeah. Okay, you can see, yeah. Alright, so for me, this is how I measure the head movement. So once again, this is not for everyone. This is just preference, yeah. Alright. Alright, so once again, get the average head shape. You don't have to have the finalized head shape, yeah. Okay. Like, the head shape doesn't have to be like, you know, super solid, super clear. Not at the stage, yeah. Just get the movement roughly there. Everything just needs to be roughly in that position, you know, yeah. Like this very rough cut. Alright, this is similar to that when I do the XY. Yes, yeah, but the X early on. This is usually a bit more challenging. Yes, yeah. Okay. Alright, I think this is good at the moment. Yes, yeah. And what I'm gonna be doing is yes, yeah. Let's just take this. Okay. Reflect motion. It should reflect properly. Okay, yep, it reflects properly, and then go down and reflect motion. Okay, so one problem that you will see, okay, I know it's not very obvious sometimes, yeah. It's what I call popping, okay? Right, so popping is, do you feel that the head just pops to the front here? Like, can you see? Pop, 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 pop. It's like, the head is bouncing, the head feels like it's bouncing at this stage. I don't like that, yeah. Compared to something like this, the head just moves, okay? Right, but when I go to the top, the head pops. So head popping is usually that happens when their head feels too big, okay, at a certain point. So just make it a bit small. The popping should be gone. Alright, and the popping should be greatly reduced. Yeah. Most on the movement rather than popping. Yeah. If it's still there, for this case, it's still there. Yeah. Alright. Reduce the popping on via the face itself. It should solve it. Yeah. Yep. Oh, there you go. Okay, now. Okay, lower this a bit. Alright, my personal gauge on whether the thing looks okay here is based on the popping here. If I see too much popping, then I'll say, okay, this is not a good move here. Yeah, okay, so you can see the popping has definitely reduced. Okay. Yeah, this is just my way of gauging here. I mean, there are other ways to gauge whether it's okay or not, yeah, but personally, popping is my method of gauge. It's not always accurate, but it's, you know, more like, it gives you a very nice feel of your model. If your model doesn't look good, usually you have that something feels off, and then that is usually what's off, yeah. Okay, let's make this a bit smaller to reduce the popping a bit more. Alright, and then going down and down. Okay, okay, so for the facials here, let me just move this out a bit. Okay, and then we move down. Okay, so for down, you just squish it a bit and just move it down a bit. And then change the shape a bit where required. Alright, I find that there is some issues with eyes here, yeah? Especially on the going down side, yeah? No issues. We can fix that directly in the eyes itself later. But overall, once again, yes, just get the shape in, feel that, have a feel for everything and make sure that everything just feels like it blends in first. Yes, yeah. Okay. Alright, and then I'm just going to bring this out, reflect motion here. Yes, yeah. Bring this up, reflect motion. Okay. Alright, so once you're done with reflecting motion here, yeah, the next thing you need to do is pull this back in and let's change the head shape first, because the head shape might have some slight changes. So it's fine. This one. Alright, so for head shape here, let's go down. Okay. This one needs to... Alright, let me just change this to 2 so I can manage this better here. Let's go down a bit more. Okay, going down this way. So right now I can actually pull out some details here. Yeah, you can see I can actually pull out the face shape just to even out this part here. Yes, yeah. Okay. And hello, Felia! Yeah, Giant Monopole and Studio. Good morning, yeah. How's it meowing? Yes, yeah. Okay, so now that the head base is done, what I need to do is I actually need to move this out. Once again, yes, you can see that I don't understand this unnecessary step, yeah. That's weird, yeah, but yeah, just ranting about Live2D sometimes, yeah. And yes, how's it going for Avermedia? Is it going good? Is it going awesome? Yes, yeah. I hope that y'all find this useful. If you have anything to ask, like specifically about the XY movement, feel free to ask away, yeah. Other things like the hair and all, I will go into it on another stream, or if I really cross that portion of the stream, yeah, I will ask you to like just check out the VODs. Yes, yeah. The VODs are very nicely titled, so you know which video belongs to which portion, yeah. Okay, so now for the nose. Once again, the nose is a very crucial part of the movement, yeah. Like I said, the nose is the compass of the face. So for the X of the nose, yeah, okay, we need to add in the Y. Alright, so a Y nose basically goes down, yeah, and the X nose, Y up and down. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's very important to give the nose, like, you know, that position where it's pointing, yeah. Okay, so once you get in where it's pointing, same thing here, move it down where required. Okay, yeah. And move this up when required. Yes, yeah. Okay, so with this, you pretty much got a very nice nose movement here already. Yes, yeah. It might be a bit too high. Yes, yeah, but okay. There you go. Alright, so why is it very important to set up the nose here? The nose is important because if you don't set the nose, you actually cannot set the mouth here. Because especially for up-down movement, yeah, the nose basically determines where the mouth would be, yeah. Oh, if that makes sense, yeah. Like how much the mouth will move up, how much the mouth will move down. That's pretty much very dependent on the nose. Yes, yeah. Okay. And move this way. You can notice that the mouth is really a bit off there, so just move it up. Equalize everything. Yes, yeah. Move this up. I'll move this around. No worries about the head shape looking weird at the moment, yeah. Because what happens right now is everything is gonna look weird. Okay, and then we go back into the face shape, head base, remember? Okay, and then we realign things here. It's just realign the chin to the mouth here. Everything will just fall in place. Yes, yeah. Once again, this is only very possible because of the large amounts of, you know, parenting they did beforehand, yeah. So if I would ask, oh, why do you have to, like, you know, prepare our list beforehand? If you don't prepare them, prepare for trouble at this stage, you know, like if you can't prepare them, you cannot actually layer the type of movements I'm doing, you know, like I can't layer the top, the bottom, the, you know, everything will be just manual and it's gonna be very pain, you know. But layering, putting them in the proper layers, yeah, it makes a very, very huge difference. Yes, yeah, especially in the long term. Yes, yeah. Always treat the nose as one part. Okay, rather than treating it as one part, yeah, treat the nose as a. Treat the mouth as a follower of the nose, yeah. Does that make sense? I won't say treat it as one part, yeah, but treat the mouth as a follower of the nose, yeah. Yes, yeah. Okay, there's a bit of popping here. Okay, on top should be fine. Yeah, on top is fine, yeah. there's very bad popping here. Can you see like the heat just bounce in front here, California? Okay. Alright. Alright, so the bouncing in front basically is what I was talking about popping earlier on here. Yeah, prepare double the treble later on here. If you don't prepare it, yeah. So the main head, let me just zoom it in a bit and drop it down. Okay. Okay. Alright, facial as well. Let me just make it a bit smaller. Just a bit smaller. Okay, and bring it down. Alright, so now this will have solved most of the problems I have. Yes, yeah. Now the popping is no longer happening. It's just all equal grounds. Yes, yeah. Okay. Alright, so this would basically finish up the almost everything of the XY. You see, almost. Yeah, it's a follower. It's not lead. Okay, yeah, it only follows. It doesn't have its own sense of where to go near. Alright, so once this is done, now we go back to the mouth. So normally I just place it to the eye because eye is the easiest to see everything now. So remember just now we had like the tongue. Remember I was like talking about tongue, talking about the upper teeth and all. Okay, what you want to do right now is, did I just delete something by accident? Yeah, I did. Okay. What you want to do is you want to set new parameters here on some of the layers here. So I'll be setting up X. Okay. Oh no, we set up Y first here. Set Y. Okay. Personally, I prefer most of the time I prefer put the Y first and X first here. Hey, so now we've gotten this one, Y and X. So let's do Y now. Okay, angle Y. When this thing goes down, okay. Alright, the tongue goes up. The lower teeth goes up. Yes, yeah. Actually, rather than lower teeth go up, yeah, I think it should stretch up this way, isn't it? And then the upper teeth. What's the upper teeth? Isn't it? Bring up. Okay. So you can see that yes, there's a bit of 3D feel to it right now. So going the other way around, this one flattens a bit. Yes, yeah. The lower teeth goes down. And the tongue also goes down here. Alright, so this part it basically creates this 3D mouth direction here. Okay. Once you have this 3D mouth direction all set up, yeah, let's set up the X right now, yeah. Alright, I will go left. Okay. Oh, setting upper teeth is the easiest, to be honest. You just drag it around here and just stretch out one side. Okay, for the lower teeth, usually this one can get a bit complicated here, but generally move one side in and stretch your side out here. Generally, this is the best trick to get the mouth done. Yeah, just move it till it looks like, you know, this is curved towards a certain direction here. And not to worry if it starts to look really awkward. Okay, because it's the tongue. So tongue will help to even out a lot of movement, especially for lower teeth here. So you might want to do the tongue and then the lower teeth and then the tongue again here. So there's like, you know, this continuous support between the tongue and the lower teeth. You see, yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright, and then we move this up a bit to make it look less terrible. Okay. Alright, so this I've pretty much gotten this one all done. Move the X all out. Reflect motion on 1, 2, 3. Yes, yeah. Okay, and send this back in. So this upper, this the lower, and this is the tongue. Yes, yeah. Okay. Alright, so if everything else sent back in, we've got a very nice setup here. Yes, yeah. And remember just now, oh, well, the colors look, yes, because I actually put it on a different parameter. Remember just now I was talking about saying the X and Y on different parameter. Yeah, so this basically automates that process of going up and down. Yeah. Alright, so there you go. You have a simple overall setup here. Is your mouth open and then form, and there you go. Alright, yeah, so once you have that one set up, default values again, and let's work on the ears right now. Yes, yeah. Hey, so after I finish up the ears, probably be ending stream for today afternoon. Yes, yeah, I will be streaming again tonight on Twitch, YouTube. I'll see my mood. Yeah, I might annoy stream on YouTube. Yeah, tonight. Tonight's YouTube stream, if I do stream, it's just gonna be a mirror of what I'm going to do on Twitch. So if you want, it's actually gonna be better if you join me on Twitch for my night streams. Most of them. Yeah. Can I say that the Twitch streams are more chaotic? Yes, yeah. And you got point redeems and all, yeah. Okay, see ya, Tachi. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so once again for the ears, let's settle this one. Okay, for the ears, I do something a bit different. Okay, so how I normally do the ears right now is the ears are one of the more complex parts I personally feel here. Okay, because of the position. So you just go this in, and this one comes here. Alright. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is probably around -7. Okay, let's do -7 today now. And I'll set this at -7. Okay, lock in, and I check out the hairline, the face line. Yeah. So for headline 730. Okay, I'll put a 731. Okay, so -71. Okay, I'm gonna set this. Yep. 731 to actually bring this to the front. Yeah. Alright, and then I'm gonna set it like this. So okay, it's in front, it's behind, it's in front, it's behind. Yes. Yeah. Alright, so once I have that on the other layer, I'm gonna set the movement for this. Yeah. I want it to be as neatly put there. Okay. On the reverse side, the ear is just gonna get squished. Okay. Alright, so it looks simple for now. Alright, so let's do the Y. Okay, Y just go up. Just go small. Okay, and this one, the ears go up. Let's come out a bit. Okay. Alright, so this now let's go towards the side. Ears go down. Okay. Squish this way. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, and then we go in here. No worries about the in between, okay? Because the in between, I'll fix it later on, yeah. Okay. Okay, and going up. This one basically goes here and locks in here. Okay. So I'm actually using the eyes as a so-called anchor visual as to where my ears should be. Yes, yeah. As the head shape usually changes, yeah, and the only thing that is called the easiest to like find reference to is actually the eyes. So at this stage I'll measure where's the middle of the eyes to the middle of the ears, yeah. Just try to keep that equal. Usually that works to keep most of the ears actually working. Yes, yeah. And not looking like some awkward potato. Yes, yeah. Okay. I need a nap before stream. I will, yeah. I will take a bit of nap later on, yeah. Yes, yeah. Alright, so once I'm done with this, up, down, going to here. Alright, so at 7.1, which is a transfer point, yeah, of the positioning, I'll move this here. Supposedly, you know, tie it in. Yes, yeah. So it looks like it just moves in comfortably. Yes, yeah. I might set this a bit lower. And just turn this a bit here. Yes, yeah. Maybe turning is not a good idea, yeah. But definitely the positioning is. Yeah. Okay, maybe I can do this and do this, you see. Okay. Alright, so for this one, yeah, maybe I can turn this and lower this a bit to make it even. You see. Alright, so setting the 7 point again, yeah. Okay, and then we'll just drag this aside. Yes, yeah. Alright, and then this one, I'll drag it to the side, same thing. This one, I'll drag it to the side now. Oh, basically, it's just a transition point for in between. Yes, yeah. Alright. Alright, so if you move fast, you see what's going on? The gear actually moves back and forth. And over here, the movie moves back and forth. Yes, yeah. Oh, this does take a bit of trial and error, but once you get it in, it's done. Alright, yeah. I just take this, Ctrl CV. Okay, and over here, just reflect. Okay, so it's the middle. Come over here, so it's the L. Okay, and then we go for reflect motion. Alright, make sure the ears are aligned, which is usually already aligned if your model is symmetrical near. And there you go. Ears left and right, done. Okay. Alright, next step, let's go into head base. Okay, there is a shadow that I turned off just now. Okay. Alright, so the shadow, I'm also going to be adding the X here. So shadow is going to be very, very simple one as well, yeah. It's just going to be X here, and then the shadow moves here. I'll just have this light to here. Yeah. So basically, just maintain the overall shadow of the face here. Like, you see? Okay. Maybe I can squish this a bit. Yeah. Okay, but alright, so this gives like, you know, this sort of like a feeling that hey, there is some movement in the lighting here. Yeah. Yeah, and then we do let's set the shade first. Yeah, shade X. Okay. I'll have the shade come in as well. Alright, so for the shade, yeah, it's gonna be similar as well. Just drag this. Make sure the shade is all in sync, and yeah, I'm done. Drag these two out. Usually, okay, not always the case, yeah, but usually just the X is enough for shades and shadows, yeah. Usually, yeah. Okay. Alright, and then we look down. This yeah, up. Should be fine. This yeah. So yep, everything is all done. The model head is base is done, yeah, and I am done for now. Oh, so this should be giving you a pretty neat head movement all around. Yes, yeah. Eyes, ears, all done. Okay, mouth, all done. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's a bit for today's stream on YouTube. Thank you so much for coming by for this short stream to show you the X and Y movement. I will not be streaming tomorrow on YouTube, but I'll be streaming on Friday. Yes, yeah. So on Friday, I'll be doing the hair. I'll be doing probably the body. Yes, yeah. And no problem, everybody. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I hope it was enlightening. I hope it showed, like, you know, what you needed to know, yeah. And if you got any questions, that looks scary, does it? I mean, there's no hair yet. I'm not putting the hair yet, yeah. Okay, but yes, I'll see all of you on Friday. If you want to pop by my Twitch tonight, but I can show more stuff. Yes, yeah, twitch.tv/Caturteer. Yes, yeah, https:// Is it like that? Yes. Okay, so you can drop over my Twitch tonight, but I'll be streaming more rigging. Okay, and yeah, that should be it for today. Arigato. If the Caturteer you want for dinner, for your lunch, for your supper, for your dreams. Yes, yeah. Okay, like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, and subscribe to my channel for more Live2D content. Okay, bye bye everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.